So if you have children with another person, there's gonna be, if you have children, if you have like not so much shared assets, but if you have like, custody arrangements and things like that with an ex, they're going to be coming through heavily for this month. Okay. So there's going to be communication here with a person that you share children with. And I'm sensing there might be a situation if you have like a child custody arrangement, for example, or even alimony. There's a situation here where you're going to have to either renegotiate the terms of the arrangement, okay? Or somebody is just like, oh, I can't, I won't be there this weekend. Do you mind if we switch up the dates? And so your automatic response is going to be like, no, we agreed on this. But it's really important for you to hear out the other person because I feel like they have something that is like a legitimate reason for doing what they're doing. So I feel like there's going to be some news communication from an ex if you have children with, or if you have like custody issues or even alimony. So there's going to be a renegotiation of some terms that you agreed in a previous time, but you're going to have to make some changes, okay? And at the same time, we have this card, the Three of Swords, which is finally getting over the ex and letting the past go, because I feel like some of you are trying to make things work with a new relationship that has a lot of potential. You've kept yourself kind of sequestered, kind of secluded from the dating environment, from meeting new people, from going out with friends. You have spent a lot of time working on your professional life, thinking about school, doing a lot of training program, training other people, or getting yourself some training as well. And so I feel like you're at a point where you feel like very secluded from, human interactions. And I feel like this is the month in which you are ready to break out of your shell and to re-engage with other people. And you're over that past relationship. So you might even hear news that the last person that you were with, or that significant relationship, that person has moved on, or at least is trying to move on. So you're no longer holding yourself hostage in that, and you're trying to move on. And in the process of trying to move on, what I have here with the Six of Coins and the World, both of these cards, it's a very, very karmic energy. The World is putting ourselves out there. It shows up in the reverse, so there's a lot of hesitation and fears from your end. And I feel like there's other people coming into the picture telling you, hey, I've got a brother, I've got a cousin, I've got a sister, cousin, whatever it is. And they're trying to play matchmaker for you. And they're trying to, ask you, like, do you want me to fix you up with this person, coworker, or whoever it is? And I feel like you have rejected these opportunities in the past. But this is the month in which you are a little bit curious. You're a little bit I feel like you've been more than ready, but you're quite shy. And so this is the month in which you might entertain the thoughts. I feel like some of you are dating via, internet-based type of dating. And then others, people are trying to make, love connections for you. You have said no in the past. And I feel like this is the month in which it's starting to pique your interest, and you might start to take them up on their offer, okay? So if that is the case and you're single, I feel here you have an offer that's coming through. This is a water sign, so a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. And we also have a fire sign energy too. It shows up here as an Aries, but I feel like it's a fire sign. So Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. So you have here water sign and fire sign that's coming through, and you're trying to decide, okay? And then others, I feel like just this water sign that's coming through with a solid game plan in order to court you, in order to go out on a date with you. So I'm sensing that a lot of you don't really have an excuse anymore, to like put your life on hold, or I feel like in the past it might have been, getting over that relationship, the heartache associated with that relationship. And now that professionally things are going well, you have disposable income, your career is starting to take off, or at least you feel financial security somewhat. And you're starting to, reemerge from that cave. And I feel that the excuses are not there anymore. So you're going to need to make yourself available, okay? I feel like you're going to be in contact with this water sign. And I'm sensing some of you are still deciding whether or not to, go on a date with them, whether or not to get to know them. But I do feel it's going to be very good for you. Okay. So give the other person a chance. And I'm sensing there's something here about income differential. One person making a lot of money and the other person not making as much. And so there's some hesitation when it comes to income differential between you and another person. Give it a chance. I feel like it can work out really well. Let me talk about the past situation. We have here the Justice card, and the Justice card deals with, usually like legal issues, separation, divorce, etc., as well as alimony and child custody. Okay, and we have as well the Devil. And once the karmic bond has been broken with this relationship, I feel like a lot of you are trying to, like, you have moved on from it. And there's once again that ex trying to reach out. So be very, very careful. You don't need to respond. I don't feel like you owe this person anything. So just be careful about that. Okay. Re-engaging in a situation that's not healthy for you. I'm also feeling like there is something here about either you or an ex-partner having like chemical dependencies. I'm seeing like dependency issues, addiction, as well as like depression. So I'm feeling this very up and down emotional roller coaster. Somebody is very, very secretive with the things that they're doing. I don't see so much infidelity, but I feel like, chemical dependency or even codependency, financial imbalances in a past relationship, as well as like that power struggle. So all of this it needs to be left behind because this is not a healthy environment. And I feel like for some of you, you have physically removed yourself from it. And then the other person might still be might still be trying to contact you, might still be trying to reach out. And I feel like it might be a fire sign here for some of you. So, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, they're still trying to reach out in some way. And because of that, I feel like because you're in a position where you're moving on ahead, you're removing yourself from this unhealthy environment or have removed yourself from this unhealthy environment. The energy that you're exuding for this month here is the Emperor. This is somebody who's very grounded, okay? Starting to get like, it seems like the Emperor basically rules his domain. And so I feel like you're taking control of your life. You're moving things along in a very, very good manner. You're taking care of the kids. You yourself might also be in a supervisory managerial position where you feel really good about your station and your professional image. And because of that, you're quite selective as well as to who you invite into your circle because, it took you a really long time to get yourself to this point. In light of everything that happened in the past, it took you a really long time. And so you don't want to be in a position where somebody can knock you off your pedestal. So you're selective about who you get romantically involved with, and you're selective about, maintaining this public persona. So I feel like there might be some attraction in the work front, and you're keeping yourself very poker face to deflect the attention that you're getting in the work environment. And I feel like for some of you, trying to do the right thing, trying not to re-engage with the past and maintaining sort of like this very aloof, stone cold behavior when you're dealing with somebody from the past. Okay. So financially, I do sense that you want to get that situation sorted out if you are having financial difficulties. It might be blocking you as well from attracting relationship partners. So sort this out first within yourself, okay? Sort this out first within your own life, because I feel like that might be a barrier to meeting somebody new that is on the same page as you, okay? Crowning this reading is something that you are thinking about. And we have here the Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune basically indicates the time is right and we have to do something. The opportunities are there and we need to, really go for it. The Three of Cups basically means it's social dating, getting out there, making connections, feeling that butterfly in your stomach when you, engage with people who are like-minded and engage with people in a light-hearted manner. So a lot of you are thinking about, it's high time that you get out and do this. And a lot of you are thinking about or physically already socially dating other people. So you have some really good cards here. These are the things that you're wishing for. This is the thing that you're thinking about. And through the process of, putting yourself out there, engaging with other people, I feel like you have a water sign coming through here, a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. And this person, I feel like has, very, very good intentions. And it seems to me like they might want to build a future together. So we have here the Magician. And the Magician is somebody who is quite attractive. Quite attractive. I feel like they dress really well. They look good. They dress really well. They're quite attractive and very, very intelligent. However, I feel like they might be just a little bit flirtatious. So, take your time to really get to know this person. Okay. It seems to me like it's not all smoke and mirrors. They have good intentions and they have a good heart. However, whenever I see the Magician in this deck, it seems like somebody who's almost like, too good to be true. And so if they come in a little bit shy, I feel that you want to take that extra step to really get to know them, to allow them to open up. And you have a lot of you, you're very good at observing people and, pinpointing exactly what people's intentions are. So I feel like this is the month in which things will become very crystal clear, but you need to slow things down a little bit in the process of getting to know somebody. Okay. I feel like you've got a person that is really interested in you. And especially, I feel like for some of you, it might be a person in your work environment that's either flirting with you. You might feel like, oh, they're just being nice or friendly. But I feel like you've got somebody in your work environment that's gunning for you, single. You might not even be single, but I feel like you have somebody that's gunning for you. The relationship, for those of you who are in stable relationships overall. So the relationships, for relationship people, I don't see any problems here. And I feel like, this is just waiting on the decision of another person, wanting to align yourself so that you both are matching up professionally. So I feel like there's a little bit of a wait time. Both of you are trying to calibrate your life so that you're able to take things to the next level. Okay, so I do see a lot of stability coming through overall for people who are in coupled relationships. But I do feel here for singles, you've got flirtation in the work environment. You've also got people trying to play matchmaker for you. So give them that opportunity to do it and putting yourself out there to start dating. I just feel like I don't feel this Mercury in retrograde is going to affect you so much. The last one was very, very strong. And I feel like you felt it. A lot of things happened in that last Mercury in retrograde cycle, but I feel like this time you're well prepared for it. And I feel like I feel like your mind is very, very strong for this month. And so you're going to take everything with a grain of salt. You're not going to fly off the handle. You're not going to get upset. You're not going to be forgetful. But I sense that because things are going so well in your professional life, that you're not doubting yourself and you're not, thinking about worst case scenarios. And because because that energy is coming in so strong, I don't feel this retrograde cycle is going to affect you so much. Okay. So it's like mind over matter. I don't feel like the cycle is going to affect you in any negative way. And I got the same type of reading for Geminis as well. And, you and Geminis, you guys are ruled by Mercury. And I don't feel like the Gemini are heavily affected by this cycle either.